Hey everyone, spirited drop from the back of a taxi, coming back from the beautiful Sentosa, which every time I come down here, Sentosa Island in Singapore, I want to move here. Anyway, I'm patching in today about this trend that's going on across all the social media channels about meeting with your younger self, and I had a laugh with the podcast community that I'm a member of here, because whenever I see a mega trend going on like this, I feel strangely and immediately rebellious. I likened it to when I'm in IKEA and I just can't follow those arrows. I've got to turn my trolley around and go against the grain. But anyway, it's very, very popular. A lot of people everywhere are meeting with their younger self, and I have to say, their younger self, there's a lot of philosophical, psychological and marketing brilliance in those younger self conversations. I digress. Anyway, but it's a good opportunity for me to explain a little bit about some really beautiful, very deep and very transformative healing modalities that actually do go back into that aspect of the psyche of the recipient of the healing, and do the healing in that timeline. And so whilst it's a bit of a TikTok trend, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook trend at the moment, it is a thing that healers do. And I can only speak obviously to the modalities that I work in, and so from a shamanic perspective, it's called soul retrieval. And this is not something you do on a whim. So if you're with someone who says they're a shamanic practitioner and they just say, let's do it, that's not how it's done. It's something that needs to be prepared. It's something that needs to be aligned with certain other different forms of energy. And you want to be working with a practitioner who's also a seer, so who's psychic, because it does involve moving back in the timeline of the recipient to a place where there was some form of trauma, or some form of wounding, some form of neglect, and retrieving the fragments of the life force, or the soul is how it's explained in shamanic studies, and bringing them back into wholeness. And then of course with Reiki, which is something that I also teach. I teach my Reiki healers, my students, to use the distance symbol called harmonises to not only send Reiki across geographical distances, which is what it's more commonly known for, but to also invoke that symbol to move across the distance of a timeline, and move into where there may have been some damage which has created an imprint, which is playing out in the adult's life now. So, and that can work transgenerationally as well, depending on the ability of the seer to be able to look back through lifetimes. And so while everyone's talking to their inner child, which I think is very funny and also very gorgeous, there is some really real, very deep, beautiful healing work that can be done using the same concept, but it's not really about going back and taking something from them like a bit of amazing marketing advice. It's really about assuming that aspect of the self back into the whole unconditionally, with great love and great affection. So I hope that's got you thinking. Okay. I'll be back soon with another spirited drop. Bye.